Charlie Chuck Logan, then 10 years old, turns down a goth girl named Anisha Carpenter's advances for sex in 1985 as they are playing Spin the Bottle and 7 Minutes in Paradise at a celebration. She puts a hex on him in retribution, declaring that once a female has been with him, to the next, she will be true. Currently, Chuck is a prosperous dentist who operates his dental clinic across from his best friend Stu's plastic surgery company. Chuck's girlfriend Carol ends their relationship right away since he is unable to tell her that he loves her too after engaging in sexual activity with her. Stu and Chuck go to the wedding of Katie, one of Chuck's previous girlfriends. Chuck's female tablemates become interested when she toasts him for being her lucky charm during the reception. He falls in love with Cam Wexler, a scientist studying penguins in a marine animal park who is particularly awkward but yet charming and amiable. Chuck's office is filled with women the following day. He asks Stu whether he's changed in any way, and they discover that Carol got engaged because Chuck was a lucky charm. That night, his date wants to get intimate with him due to his charm, but he receives an urgent call from Cam, who suffered a dental chip during a work-related mishap at the penguin display. After Chuck heals her teeth, he invites her out for dinner rather than taking money, but Cam says no since she's not emotionally ready. When he gets home, Reba, his receptionist, approaches him in the hopes that he will be her lucky charm. Chuck agrees to have more guilt-free sex with Stu, and they do. He still feels something for Cam, though, and he invites her out. As their bond grows, Chuck becomes cold feet and leaves after learning through Stu's phone call that every single woman he had slept with had gotten married. Chuck and Stu test the curse on Eleanor, who is horribly obese and ugly. Chuck has sex with her after realizing that she is single and then forces Stu to ask her out. Chuck, in the meantime, keeps up a distant correspondence with Cam by phone and computer video by pretending to be ill. Chuck runs to Cam's house and they have sex after Stu admits he did it, but Eleanor hasn't fallen in love with him. Chuck phones Stu in a fit of rage the following morning after witnessing Eleanor joyfully kissing another man on TV. Stu confesses that he was merely acting to ask her out. He smothers her in progressively irritating ways out of concern that she may now discover her real love, and eventually she dumps him. Chuck is chatting with Reba when he notices a bottle whirling on the ground. This reminds him of the jinx he had as a child. So he finds Anisha's house with Stu. Chuck requests that Anisha lift the curse, but she is adamant that it is only a youthful crush and that it is not really true. If he really loves the female he's interested in, Anisha advises him to let go of her. Chuck sets up a meeting between Cam and her favorite author and penguin expert, Howard Blaine. Later, Stu finds out that Cam is traveling to Antarctica with Howard, along with his new fiancée Lara, who is 3-breasted. Chuck catches her on the plane and begs her not to go, but Cam says she's going with Howard and his wife and will be back on Wednesday. Chuck gives Cam a ring box containing a pebble, alluding to a prior conversation on the courtship rituals penguins engage in to find their lifelong partner. They kiss after she calls him back. In the meantime, Anisha takes out her old occult memento box from childhood and takes a pin out of Chuck's voodoo doll. A year later, Chuck and Cam are in Antarctica together, surrounded by penguins as they gaze at the southern lights. Stu and Lara, who are house-sitting, discover a sex tape featuring Chuck, Cam, and a plush penguin during the end credits.